Hi, I'm your local mortgage broker. Here down in Caloundra, I'm Carrie-Anne Simpson. I'm here just to talk to you about the process of self-managed super funds. Hi, Carrie-Anne Simpson, local mortgage broker. Please stay, and at the end of this video, I want to go through on how to properly set up your self-managed super fund, where to go, and some government links to the ATO in regards to all your self-managed super fund and whether it's right for you. So stay to the end because I'll cover that at the end. Okay, so the process, there's some steps. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps on the proper way to go through the whole process of setting up the self-managed super fund loan to buy investment property, and what to look out for and what to do and what not to do. Okay, so the first thing is to secure your setup super fund, set it up correctly. Okay, so you need to have a self-managed super fund trustee that outlines the fund's rules. You'll need to register the self-managed super fund with the ATO. You need to obtain an ABN and a TFN for it. Now, there are plenty of people who are expert in this field and they will help you through this process. I do mortgages and do loans. I can give you the information, but you'll need to go to the proper advice to set up your self-managed super fund. Okay, open a separate self-managed super fund bank account. Create an investment strategy. You need to create the investment strategy on what you're going to do with the fund. Okay, number 2, understand self-managed super fund property rules. Okay, so first one is you cannot live in it. You can't rent it to any family members. That's important. Must comply with sole purpose test. That means it should solely provide retirement benefits to self-managed super fund members. So your self-managed super fund members, it's got to be the retirement benefits for the people in the fund. The other thing is it must be purchased under a limited recourse borrowing arrangement. The graph above explains on how it goes. All right, have a look at the image. Okay, step 3, determine how you will fund the property purchase, the cash purchase. The self-managed super fund must have enough funds. The limited recourse borrowing arrangement is a specialised loan that restricts the lender's claim to only the property, protecting other self-managed super fund assets. Okay, so that's what that means. Super contributions and rollovers. Members contribute to the self-managed super fund to build purchasing power. Okay, so can you borrow against? Obviously, that's what we do with self-managed super fund loan. Okay, step 4, find a suitable investment property. Now, not all properties are for self-managed super fund. They require you to have certain types of investment properties that you can buy. Okay, I can help you with that process as well. To ensure the property aligns with the investment strategy, research rental yield, capital growth, and location. Plenty of people can help you with this. There's lots of expert advice out there. It's not as hard as it can be. There's so many people out there that can help you. Okay, work with a self-managed super fund property specialist and a buyer's agent. They're the 2 people that you need to. I wouldn't be going to a real estate agent. I would go to someone who is does investment property strategy using the self-managed super fund, and the other one would be a buyer's agent, and they're qualified to do that as well. Step 5, obtain a self-managed super loan pre-approval. So we got work with a self-managed super fund loan specialist or mortgage broker. Apply for a pre-approval self-managed super fund loan before making any offer. Okay, ensure your self-managed super fund has enough funds and a deposit, the stamp duty and the legal fees. So not just for the fund, for the deposit, you're going to need to make sure you've got those things covered too. So remember, with an investment property, you know, stamp duty and conveyancing and things like that, you need to do a cost on how much everything's going to cost you. Plenty of people are going to help you out with this sort of information too. Okay, step 6, set up a bare trust for the property ownership. Now we need a bare trust. It's a holding trust that must be established. This legally holds the property on behalf of the self-managed super fund. Okay, the self-managed super fund is the beneficial owner, but the trust is the legal owner. All right, so I hope I explained that pretty easy. There's lots of information, lots of graphs, lots of things to help you out with that. Step 7, make an offer and finalise the purchase. So this is after you've got your pre-approval, got the self-managed super fund set up. Now, this is not going to happen in a week or two. It's going to take a little bit of time. So, calm the farm. All right. So sign a contract of sale and the name of the bear trust. So make sure it's in the name of the bear trust. Pay the deposit from the self-managed super fund bank account and obtain formal loan approval. Now, the difference between a conditional approval or pre-approval and an unconditional is that once the bank will say, yep, I'm going to give you the money, yep, it's all good, these are the conditions, and it's usually just a contract of sale or update of any stale documents, usually, or anything that might be missing. Okay, step 8, manage the investment property. Once settled, the property becomes the self-managed super fund asset. Okay, so rental income must be paid to the self-managed super fund account. Loan repayments must be made from the self-managed super fund account. So once it's done, it's sitting over there, it's all over there. Worry about it when you retire. Ongoing costs, repairs, insurance, council rates, all must be paid from the self-managed super fund. Annual self-managed super fund audits and compliance reporting is required. So that's another cost that you need to look into, is to make sure how much is going to cost me to do this and how much is going to cost me to have an audit every year as well. And the good part about it is someone else is organising it. So it's pretty much a set and forget. Once you've done it, set and forget. It's all done. It's all done through the self-managed super fund. Done. But property is such a good way also to add to any other superannuation things that you might have in place, any other investments. So step 9, plan for exit strategy and retirement benefits. This is the key. All right. When the loan is repaid, the self-managed super fund gains full ownership of the property. The property can be sold tax effectively in retirement. It held until the pension phase, potential zero capital gains tax. How cool is that? So when you're ready to retire, you can sell it and there's no capital gains. I would definitely look into that. Make sure, for sure. Don't take my word for it. Okay. Rental income can be used for retirement income for self-managed super fund members. Things to watch out for. You cannot live or use a property for personal uses. Not all lenders offer self-managed super fund loans, so I wouldn't go down to the local bank and get one, because there are only certain people that would do the self-managed super funds. I would use a mortgage broker, definitely, because we have lots of different options and we have a lot of them all on board with us. Now, self-managed super fund property investment can be complex, but it doesn't if you get professional financial advice. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. And next we're going to discuss, that's all on how to buy the property. Let's look at the way on setting it up. All right, setting up a self-managed super fund. Now, number 1, self-managed super fund specialists and professionals. You'll need assistance from a licensed professional to establish and manage your self-managed super fund correctly. All right. You've got self-managed super fund administrators that handle the paperwork, the compliance and ongoing management. Financial planners provide investment strategy advice. Accountants and tax agents ensure compliance with tax laws and reporting obligations. Now, I have a lot of information all in the blog, and I'm going to put a guide together as well, so you just download a guide and it's all there. Okay. So self-managed SMSF auditors, okay, required to conduct any annual audit or fund. Lawyers, draft They will draft this up. They will draft your self-managed trust deed. So if you go to the financial planner, they're going to have a list of all these people anyway that you can go to. So they're going to be able to hold your hand through all of this. Where to set up your self-managed super fund. How to set it up. Banks and financial institutions, self-managed super fund administration companies, independent financial advisors, self-direct online platforms. Some online services allow you to set up that and self-managed super fund with guided support. So if you're like to read a lot of information, pretty good with details, there's probably a lot of guided support online, and you can probably do a lot of things by yourself online there. You might save yourself some money, or you can go and make sure that you've got all the advice. The key steps to setting up a self-managed super fund. Decide on the members, maximum 6 members, usually family or business partners. Create a self-managed super fund trust and trust deed. Legal document outlining fund rules. We're going to help you with this information. Register the self-managed super fund with the ATO, ABN, TFEN. I might even put a checklist together and a guide that you can download. You can just tick them off as you go, and it might help you out with that. So I'll get one of those organised, and I'll put that in the blog post and send it out in my email list as well. So if you're not on my email list, just reach out and I'll put you on it. Rollover superannuation funds. Transfer existing super funds into the self-managed super fund. Start investing within legal and regulatory guidelines. I'm reading everything from here and not off the top of my head, so I'll make sure I don't forget anything to tell you. Annual reporting and auditing. Okay, so we have some really helpful government links as well that you can download. We've got one from the ATO there, and we've got the ASIC's Money Smart website. Now, the ASIC's Money Smart website have a really easy, digestible articles and things like that. You just search them, and it's a great site to use. I use it all the time. It's a really, really good site to go to. I'll have the links there. Okay, ensure your self-managed super fund is set up correctly. Yep. All right. So pretty much those are the main things that you're going to need to set up a self-managed super fund. I have a complete blog post on everything I've just spoken about, and the link will be down below. Just click on that, and I'll get also a checklist and a guide that you can go through and just tick all these things off as you thinking about it, preparing about it, making some inquiries about it, and the questions that you need to ask, so that when you're going to see someone, you go, hey, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? So that you've got a checklist so you can ask questions. I hope this has been helpful. You say, send me a comment or whatever, and if you'd like to get the checklist or would like to get onto my email list, I send some weekly hints and tips and updates every week to my list on heaps of information to share about that. Anything that's new, refinancing, self-managed super funds, anything you need to know, just reach out, ask me a question, and if I don't know it, I certainly will find out for you. Okay, see you later. Bye. Carrie Ann Simpson.